And Australia has produced currently over 20 new brands in the last 7 years.
How many people have they produced?
Plenty, because they've actually kept the jobs in.
Two completely different things. How many leaders have they produced?
7,
A brand is a product, it's a commodity.
20 of them are ethical brands that I'm talking about. I don't touch.
Give me the names.
Alice is one of them. Sharon and Lee.
I'm just making a point, that's all. Just making a point.
I just got a shipment yesterday in a village in India. I don't know the name, but it's handcrafted handbags, so that I can take back to the United States because I wanted to help this woman to bring the, she makes handbags and send it to me, and I'll sell it for her. So I'm asking her to tell me the story. So it's everything you were saying, the handcraftmanship. It was superb because I just received it yesterday, they delivered it to the hotel, and that's the things that I wanted to help the Indian women, designer like you. If you have a design, ship it, work with us, because I wanted to help you. I don't want you to waste your talent. So if the country here does not support you, but we will. So we'll find a way to do, to support your passion and your creativity. So there's always a way, you just have to find it. And this platform is super because it connects all of us to give you a way to continue your passion and creativity.
I'm going to take you up on your offer. I think all the design industries would be very, very glad to have your mentorship.
Good morning, everyone. Wow, we've had a wonderful talk. I would just like to add a few things here because I come as an image consultant. Yeah, so we deal with a lot of people into what they need to wear. We train people in the corporates on making their first impressions right. There, with the research and the study, what we come across is most of the time that people should understand that the need of creating themselves as a brand. What generally happens in India is we've been following trends blindly.
Exactly.
So there's nothing like freedom in dressing. I'm sure the designers do create certain outfits, but they're not for everyone. They're for certain body shapes. So when we technically train in the corporates, we take them along with creating a complete harmony for themselves. So most of the times we've realized that people have been following trends and dressing because there's a kind of pressure, like the youth when we talk about, there's a lot of peer pressure because someone from the group wears the shorts. I mean, any other person on any kind of body shape would want to wear it.
I think from my experience, if you don't mind if I correct you, with my old retail outlets and being one of the top 3 designers of Gujarat, of course even I also had the notion that youth is very trendy and following trends, but no, I changed my perception lately, seeing retail the way it is going. 30 plus women are into that pressure, not looking good or modern when they go out in the parties and all. They cannot wear Indian wear because how is she going to be looked upon? So that is all, that pressure is there. Not even teenage girls are very trendy. They don't care what they are wearing, whatever they are wearing. So I think probably I would say it's overall, the pressure is there.
Yes, the pressure is there, and again we sometimes end up following things just blindly, just because others do, we want to do it. To give you a small example of what we now do in India, I mean most of the women wearing leggings on, I hope you understand what I'm trying to put it up as, because it doesn't really go with everyone, but then we just do it because we see someone else doing it. So fashion should be more, I should feel free in certain outfit and I'm able to do it, and just not following the trend blindly.
The consumer behavior, I would say.
Yes.
Lately I had in my retail outlet, like from last 1 year, whoever will walk in, do you have long gowns? Do you have long gowns? Long gowns, not something which you get, not that way easily ready. It's a dot to dot garment where one has to really produce it according according to the body structure.
Yes.
And they were wanting seeing Deepika Padukone wearing or Sonam Kapoor or maybe, and then those Bollywood stars follow Hollywood trends. Bollywood, from Hollywood, Bollywood stars, Bollywood to ordinary people also, it comes down. But
Yes.
they don't understand that if the trend has now come into the
Yes.
line for long gowns, designers cannot immediately just follow the trends and can make it overnight.
Yes.
So of course, consumers are consumers. They cannot understand. They don't understand.
Yes.
Yes.
To make a point, in India what happens when there's a fashion trend for that particular period, there is mass production. And in that mass production, you kind of lose the creativity and the quality.
Exactly. So whatever
And
is
this happens
available,
only in India.
yeah. So online stores, I think whatever is available, they would.
Mass production happening for that 6 months because gowns are in. And then they've lost out on the creativity. They've lost out on the quality. So you're just, catering to the local market. You don't give a damn what's happening outside. Because they have a huge market in India.
So the quality what we're talking about, the way it is going, it's haywire. The way online stores, palazzos, if you see all trendy clothes, long gowns, palazzos, what they get is like nobody really is concerned with the quality. And where designers fail is by the time they match up with the trends, they start producing, keeping in mind trends or incorporating craft with that. That takes little time.
A designer has to be ahead, not behind trends. I'm sorry. So it's the designer's problem, and she's right where she says that images have to be created. She does that. There has to be. You can't say, and you can't jump at the consumer.
Yeah, that's what
They're gone.
Yeah,
They're
that's-
gone. Let's face it, consumers are the one you're servicing. If you're not innovating, if you're not designing ahead of time, and if you're not creating an impression in the minds of your target audience, the designer who has to be best.
So image consultancy is also a very interesting.
And marketing. And marketing.
Yeah, that's what you have done to
She
me.
creates tastes. She said it. She creates tastes. She creates the functionality. She creates that thing. She knows how to make you a spender, even when you don't have the budget. Right? And that's what design has to do. And that's what she does
We
also.
clothes, yeah. We give them the shoe, the bag, and the jewelry.
So you set
We
the
give them the
trends.
whole look. Because one wrong shoe and
Yes.
one wrong bag with the Indian outfit whichever you wear. So you spoil the whole look.
Exactly.
Basically, you just come and pick up the outfit.
Sorry, there's one question.
Sorry, I wasn't here from the very beginning. I just came in, and I just wanted to make a small contribution based on what I've heard. The talk about designers setting trends, which is true, and they do whatever they do. The thing is this: that yes, designers have to design, but the whole world cannot really afford those designer dresses. So the industry, fortunately, there's room enough for everyone. There's room enough for those people who can call it copy, whatever, so that other people can be able to have a taste. But then the thing now is talking about women just going on, or people just going on buying whatever they see in Hollywood because the thing is that I agree that we all as women should have a sense of style going along with fashion. That is, pick up elements of fashion that suit us, your personal style. But women, most of us, like everything else, need to be tutored on that. I know many women who want to be free to dress the way they like, but they don't always make good choices. So it's not so much about freedom to dress the way you want. It's freedom to be groomed so that you can dress the woman that you want to be seen. Because whether we like it or not, people decide about you based on what they see coming. Before you ever get to say a word or two, they've made up their minds who you are, where they want to place you, how they want to relate with you, or whether they want to ignore you altogether. So if we not be worried, let the designers do their stuff for $20,000 a piece. That's good for those people who can afford it. And for those people who cannot afford it, they want to look good, let there be room for those people. I don't encourage it much because I get offended when I see something that I created and someone has made a knockoff copy, but I understand.
You're doing the best thing. Come and tell them that.
Sorry?
Come and tell them what you're doing. You have to hear what
I
she's
love
doing.
what you're doing.
Yes.
She is.
I'm going to be speaking in
Hats
the
off
next.
to you. Come and
Thank
tell
you.
them.
Please, honestly, you should have been on the panel.
Come here.
I'm on the next panel after
Come
this.
here.
I'm the lead
Will
speaker.
that shoot
You have to
myself?
hear what she's doing.
Yeah, I love that.
Come and tell them.
Please come here.
I was really shocked
really makes
and
me
stunned when she told me this. She is designing here.
Yes, this is my own creation.
Yeah.
So,
Tell them what you're doing.
wow. Okay.
Something that you must be proud.
Thank you so much. I'm so honored. I was.
I'm really stunned. I've never heard. I mean, I've been doing fashion for so long. And what you're doing, I've never heard it from anyone.
So I think, because I do a lot of things with fashion, but I am thinking the one that I told you, and I told a lot of people a lot of things yesterday about what I do. Is it the one to do with breast cancer?
You must share it about the cancer.
The cancer. Okay, I said in my years of working as a designer and an image consultant, I found out that everybody, when a woman has breast cancer, everybody gets caught up in her getting well and the treatment, and they forget about the emotional, the psychological of what she's going through. And so what I do is that I work with them in that part. And especially when it comes to her femininity and her sexuality and the way she perceives herself or others perceive her after she's lost maybe one or both breasts and things like that. So what I've done is I've designed, I actually have some designs of clothing that I have, and I'm looking for people to partner with me, invest with me so that we can produce this line of clothing for women who have had a vasectomy, specifically formal wear, evening wear, and wedding dresses. Because that's where they have a lot of challenge. Because, I mean, everyday wear, you could throw on a suit, throw on a blouse, go to work. But then evening wear, when you have probably been the one in the forefront at all the official dinners for Christmas, you have your lovely evening dress, and then suddenly you have a mastectomy, you have a scar to contend with, you may be using a prosthesis, the balance isn't the same. I know that because I make dresses and I work as a fashion consultant. So I started to, and I have so many women who are close to me that I mentor, that I groom, and I started to think, okay, the solution would be to design dresses that will take care of all of that so they don't have to worry. So what I do with those women is I go, for those who want, I go shopping with them. So they don't have to walk into a shop now and try on everything and get embarrassed and get hurt that it doesn't seem the way it used to before. And they don't have to explain to every salesperson, because they still have some dignity. I don't have to tell every salesperson in the shop why that dress she thought was gorgeous doesn't work. I don't have to say because I'm using a prosthesis and so I'm a little lopsided, because that's what it is. The prosthesis can never sit like the real breast. So what I do for them is, with my knowledge of garment construction, because I actually make patterns, I go in and pick the dresses that I know will help with whatever complication